90% of businesses are watching the wrong AI race. If you ignore Eastern markets, your business will lose its competitive edge. The strategy shifting billions in retail holds the exact blueprint you need to survive. The global narrative completely misunderstands where the real power lies. Silicon Valley is burning billions trying to build the smartest artificial intelligence brain. They want to pass the bar exam and write poetry. Meanwhile, on the other side of the world, a completely different game is playing out in plain sight. Alibaba has over 1 billion active consumers across its platforms. That is 1 billion data points testing practical commerce applications every single day. Only a tiny fraction of companies realize that the real wealth is not in the foundation models themselves, but in the immediate commercial deployment of those models. The infrastructure being built right now is designed to rewrite how global retail operates from the ground up. But the execution strategy points somewhere else entirely. Tsai just laid out the exact architecture at VivaTech in Paris. The chairman of Alibaba did not just pitch a new chatbot or a minor software update. He revealed a massive structural pivot combining cloud computing directly with e-commerce operations. Alibaba Cloud already serves as the computing backbone for half of all the artificial intelligence startups operating in China today. The smartest tech executives are doing the exact same thing by securing the infrastructure first before worrying about the consumer applications. By controlling both the servers training the models and the digital storefronts using them, they create a closed feedback loop. Every purchase makes the system smarter, and every smart recommendation drives another purchase. The real target is much bigger than software. Look closely at how their open-source models are actually performing in the wild. The company released the Qwen series to developers worldwide, and the adoption rate is staggering. These models have been downloaded millions of times, powering everything from local customer service bots to complex data analysis tools. The strategy relies entirely on building a massive computing infrastructure first. By giving away highly capable open-source tools, they are quietly establishing the global standard for how merchants integrate artificial intelligence into their supply chains. Developers build on the free framework, get locked into the ecosystem, and eventually migrate their heavy computing needs back to the parent cloud service. It is a brilliant acquisition funnel disguised as an open-source initiative. And this creates a very dangerous blind spot. Western entrepreneurs are optimizing the exact wrong end of the funnel. Stop trying to build another basic text wrapper and look at what the giants are actually funding. The blueprint here is applying machine learning directly to physical logistics and consumer behavior. You need to use current flagship models to predict inventory shortages a full month before they happen or to dynamically price products based on real-time global demand. Wait. Before we go further, you have to understand that this is not theoretical. Businesses applying these specific e-commerce integrations are seeing profit margins expand immediately while their competitors bleed cash on marketing. The opportunity window is open right now for those who connect digital brains to physical supply chains. But that timeline is accelerating faster than expected. The separation between e-commerce platforms and artificial intelligence will completely vanish. We are moving away from static websites where users scroll through a catalog of 10,000 items. The Alibaba push signals a shift toward individualized shopping agents that know exactly what a consumer needs before they even type a search query. The actionable part is coming right up. If you run a digital business, your platform must transition from being a passive catalog to an active assistant. The back-end data you collect today will train the models that run your business tomorrow. Companies failing to unify their customer data with their cloud infrastructure are actively engineering their own obsolescence. They will simply be unable to compete on price or speed. Which brings us to the ultimate endgame. The hardware bottleneck is the only remaining barrier to absolute global scale. Tsai knows that whoever controls the most efficient compute infrastructure dictates the terms of the entire retail market. This is exactly why there is a massive internal push to develop proprietary silicon and hyper-efficient data centers. By reducing reliance on external hardware suppliers, they insulate themselves from geopolitical shocks and supply chain disruptions. This is the part where it either clicks or it does not. The future belongs to businesses that own their entire vertical stack, from the physical silicon processing the data to the final digital storefront interacting with the customer. The board is set for a massive wealth transfer over the coming months. The next move is entirely up to you. Subscribe and hit the bell icon to stay ahead of the massive changes.